So today I'm celebrating being 2 years sober, or 2 years dry, whatever you want to call it. So that deserves a little bit of a jiggy. But I'm stoked. About a year ago, I uploaded a video explaining how it is that not drinking alcohol got started for me, and then some of the reasons why I was choosing not to drink alcohol. Initially, this was supposed to be 2 months, and then it just slowly snowballed into something much more. And now I'm at a point where I can say that I don't think I'm going to be drinking alcohol anytime soon. I'm really happy with the way that I've been feeling, how I've been mentally, how I've been physically. So aside from hopping on here and sharing the 2-year milestone with you, I did want to share some tips and tricks that helped me kind of get the ball rolling and what's helped me stick to it. One of the things that's super important in my opinion is really understanding why you want to stop drinking alcohol. I mentioned some of these reasons in the first video that I uploaded. So this could be for mental reasons, it could be physical reasons, or it could be monetary. Be honest with yourself about what it is that you're trying to accomplish. It'll make it easier for you to hold yourself accountable when it is time to be confronted with the option of having a drink or not. It also makes it a lot easier if you have someone to do this with, someone to share like the beginning of the journey with you, and just being able to talk to about like how tough it is, or share some tips and tricks amongst each other to help you achieve your long-term goal. I know that's what helped me when I first started doing it. My spouse and I had initially decided to stop drinking alcohol for about 2 months. That created a really solid foundation for myself, and that's kind of what ended up having this snowball into what is now 2 years. One of the easiest things that you can do is to make sure that you're keeping alcohol out of your house. And I know that's easier said than done. Now, I can't say that we don't have any alcohol here. I mean, it's kind of tough to get rid of hard alcohol, like just bottles of stuff that you have laying around. My wife is a big wine drinker. I was big on beer and hard alcohol, whiskey, scotch, and all of that. If you're strong enough to not have it, don't get rid of it. If you know that you're going to be strong enough to not touch it while it's in the house, kudos to you. If you're not going to toss it because that's a lot of money down the drain, maybe give it to someone for safekeeping. Of course, you got to make sure that they're not going to drink your stash. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's still going to help you. So yeah, I don't know if that's such a bad thing. Aside from not keeping it in your home, the other thing that really helped me out in the beginning was to just be mindful of my environment. When I'd go and hang out with friends, family, it always meant making sure that we weren't meeting up at a bar, maybe suggesting alternatives like meeting up at a coffee shop, that kind of thing. So being mindful of that. You can't always control where you meet up with your friends. Night outs are gonna happen, breweries, bars, restaurants. Obviously there's alcohol everywhere, but it definitely makes it easier if you're able to control that environment and your meetups, and are able to do it in places where alcohol just isn't an option, at least in the beginning, because once you kind of get the ball rolling, it'll be a lot easier for you to just say no. One thing that can be a bit tough and slightly awkward in the beginning is just having those conversations about you not drinking alcohol, especially in relationships, whether it's your family or your friends. And depending on how you have those relationships, how they're nurtured, like are you going out and meeting up over drinks? If that's the norm, then it might be a little bit tougher to have these conversations. But with that said, be upfront, be honest about the fact that you're not drinking alcohol, and let them know why you're doing it, if you're comfortable sharing that with them, and just let them know how long it is that you're trying to go for. The more upfront you are about it, the easier it will be for them to either help you out along your journey, or the easier it might be for you to be like, you know what, this maybe isn't working for me. Peace. And I mean the relationship, not the not drinking alcohol. Because if they can't be supportive about you not drinking, if you're not drinking alcohol, then you definitely want to make sure you know what you are drinking. Like if you are someone that needs to have a drink with the meal, there are a bunch of non-alcoholic options. Aside from your typical options, lemonade or iced tea, you still do have like your mock drinks, which, I mean, mock drinks kind of suck because they still charge you essentially full price, sometimes even more because they're using organic ingredients. So just be mindful of that. But you definitely have other alternatives. For me personally, like I typically tend to stick to just water or lemonade. Sometimes when I want to feel like I'm having a bit more, then I will ask for like a sparkling water with lime. It's just an easy thing to have, especially if other people around the table are having drinks. It makes them feel a bit more comfortable and it makes you feel a bit more comfortable because it just looks like you're having some type of drink, even though it really isn't. At least from an alcohol perspective. Regardless of how long you decide to do this for, whether it's a few weeks, a few months, or a few years, it's very important to give yourself a chance. If you have a stumble and you have a drink along the journey, then let it be that one drink. Don't let that snowball into, okay, I'm just gonna give up on this and I'm no longer gonna do this anymore because I obviously can't do it. You might have a few stumbles along the road, but it doesn't mean that you need to give up. If you have a few days under your belt, take that as a win. A stumble is a stumble. It doesn't need to define this goal and it doesn't need to break it. Give your body a chance to adapt to the new normal. Give yourself a chance to succeed and it'll be well worth it. Alcohol was an acquired taste. While we may feel like it's something that we need, once you stop drinking for a bit, you'll come to realize that you don't need it nearly as much as you thought you did, if at all. So if you're wanting to embark on this journey of not drinking alcohol or just stopping for a bit, good luck to you. I hope this video is helpful. I can't stress enough like how life-changing this has been for me. Enough for me to say that I am probably, I still say probably, not going to touch alcohol ever again. I can't say that I won't ever again because who knows, you know? But I am a lot more comfortable saying that I don't need it. I don't have to have it. I have no problem being around it now. I can go out with friends. I can go to parties and I can just have a good time. Well, I'm an introvert, so going to parties and big events isn't exactly a good time for me, but I can be around it no problem, and I don't even think twice about it. Anyways, that's it. Thanks again for watching. This is your boy LJ, and I'll catch you next time.